first time ever I saw your face, I thought the sun rose in your eyes, and the moon and the stars were the gifts you...
I guess, you know, I could have been married to Pete.
Okay, this is an interesting story already. Wow. But because he was dumb, he was just a leftover, whoever got him. Is that
Not very close. Jane and I had blind dates with Gary and Pete. And Jane immediately went for Gary, so Pete was stuck with Pete. Pete was stuck with me.
Yeah.
And we couldn't stand each other.
Okay, I understand. He's my brother. I got it. Yeah. So.
But you know, if we had hit it off, and Carol would have never entered into the picture, and this would be our 40th. So.
Wow. So, did you wish him a happy 40th? Just Pete alone. I mean,
happy 40th, Pete.
Pete and Carol rented a farmhouse when they first got married. Well, we had an Irish setter, then we had to keep him. So we asked if we could bring him, and it was okay.
And brought this goofy Kelly, the golden retriever.
No, red, not golden, red Irish setter.
Irish setter. And this dog was a little nuts. So it went
skittish.
So they put it skittish, nutsy skittish.
Everybody's sleeping on the floor.
We're all sleeping on the floor.
Carl, and he's sound asleep in the front room. And Kelly, who's my dog, is sleeping in the kitchen. So, as a practical joke, which Carl was easy to do too, I got a little bit of warm water. I went over by his face and I poured it on his face.
I'm asleep. Randy gets a little bit of warm water and throws it.
So I said, Kelly, get away from Carl.
On my face. And goes, Kelly, get out of there. And I was like, I woke up like, I'm going to kill him! I'm going to kill him! And I'm running around the house.
And Carol came out of the bedroom screaming because he didn't know.
Comes down. We're all ready.
It was water. He thought it was Pete.
It woke Carl up, and he had a little hissy fit because he thought Carl peed all over him.
We're all running around, and it was like, I'm telling my story. Oh my God, that's it. That's my story. My story's over. And scene.
Made it. Enough is enough. All right, happy birthday, Merry Christmas, happy Valentine's Day.
Hi.
Anything else?
Anything else?
Grandma and Papa. I know one.
Oh yeah, Ethan knows one? Okay.
See you later. Happy anniversary.
Ah, very nice.
Happy anniversary.
We put him in a cold room in the basement.
They put him down in the basement, so that was good. But this little skitsy nuts dog didn't want to be in the basement, and it was a coal furnace. So he crawled up the coal bin, literally all the way up into the house,
And he got so
A-L. Coal.
somehow
Red Irish setter.
climbed up the coal to get out of there because he was so afraid. And he became a black Irish setter.
Red retriever is now black, shaking it off and going paw prints everywhere.
People were not happy.
Everyone was screaming, going on, get the dog out, screaming, and we're wiping this up, cleaning, boom, 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 got the dog, got it all cleaned up. So then.
Hello, congratulations.
I think he had the dorm room right next door to my dorm. Was in the room next to me, and he used to play trumpet, but he doesn't own a trumpet. So he would just do a trumpet through his mouth, and it was just a matter of fate.
Her mother was my Sunday school teacher, so I have a picture of the three of us in class. I was probably 4, Carol was 2, and her mom. And then, because I'm an only child and she's an only child, we adopted each other as sisters. So we just kind of grew up together that way.
How crazy she was. I know she had to make sure that she was in her room every Sunday night, like at 8 o'clock, because her parents would call. And it's like, you know, you can talk to your parents anytime, but she just felt she had to be there, and so everything revolved around that. And then the other thing was that she was so crazy over this one guy, John, that, you know, she would be ready for bed at night, but if he would call or something, it was just everybody stood out of her way because she had to hurry and brush her teeth and fix her hair and go out and meet him and stuff. And so it was because of that situation that we introduced her to Pete.
So Pete was like the last resort.
Oh no! Well, just a diversion, a better choice. How's that?
I only know Pete because I married one of the 4 girls.
One of the 4 girls.
Kathy's my wife. So I got brought into this group by accident. I just can't get out. Not voluntarily at all. Not at all.
And how do you feel about that?
No comment.
Okay.
We took a trip up to Elkhorn, Wisconsin, and I met her up there. Met him and her up there.
Okay.
And
they were living on a farm. Come on.
I don't know. I don't even remember half the place.
All right.
But that's about it.
All right.
Well, I've known Carol since 3rd grade, and then went through high school. Went to the same college, roomed with her for 2 years in college, and we're still friends. To me in college that irked me was she had the hair dryer with the bonnet on, and she would have that on her head, and she would chomp on her gum. She didn't realize it, but that was so annoying. But
so you've been holding this in all these years?
I have. All these years I've held it in. Finally telling her. I remember as kids her mom always making the chocolate cake with chocolate frosting, and it's so hard to believe that she has now no chocolate in her life anymore.
For stealing signs? Yes. Yeah, I was the ringleader, so I felt bad about that. And he and I were in the jail cell for I think 3 hours, and eventually we tried to call the guys back in the dorm room to warn them that they were going to probably need to get rid of the signs, and we told the police that we were calling them we actually told the police that we were going to call them just to tell them that we would be late with the pizza. We were guilty of doing it, but we just said Pete and I were the guilty ones. Right.
And I had to go back to the dorm at like 2 in the morning and try and collect bail money. And I'm knocking on doors saying, I'm Pete Octopucci's brother. I'm trying to collect money for bail. They thought, Pete Octopucci is in jail.
I didn't know you were the one I forgot that you were the one that collected the bail. Okay.
Like once upon a time,
Just a sweetheart.
3 bears.
They're just both sweethearts. I'm so proud.
They're sweethearts?
They're sweethearts. They're sweet. Happy anniversary! We got story.
Oh, no, but I'm not telling it.
What?
I'm not telling it. I'm not telling it. I'm not telling my story.
He doesn't have a story.
I'm not telling anything about the time that Pete had that darn airplane thing on the ceiling and it was going round and round and round and round, and he was trying to get it down when he had the metal bowl on his head and the empty gift wrap thing. I'm not telling that story. Forget it.
I know he had a pianist. I was diagnosed with a sort of a blood disease, and we didn't have any money. And Pete and Carol, who are interested in alternative health ideas, bought me this machine, this little machine that I could use. It would send electrical charges through your blood to help combat this, which was very generous and very kind. It was an expensive thing, and we couldn't afford it at the time. I was able to repay them, but that's a big deal story. That was very sweet for them to do that for me at that time.
Like the moon, it's as big as it. But it doesn't have a slide or anything. That one doesn't have a slide.
The objective was to make the biggest speaker they can make of one piece of 4x8 plywood. Yes or no?
We had a plan.
That wasn't the plan?
No, the speakers were in, some kind of electronics magazine, so we knew what speakers we wanted to build.
Oh, okay.
And I don't remember how much plywood we needed.
Well, let me tell how the way I remember. Because from what I remember,
Vince's version.
My version is you guys not only measured. And to me, you didn't make it to the size of whatever the dimensions that the design called for. What you did is measure, why waste any of the 4x8? So not only did you measure the dimensions for what the speaker would be without waste, you measured for the blade, the thickness of the blades, because the blade is going to take up the cut. And they cut that sucker, and there was no scrap. And they had two speakers at the end. Yeah,
he did it.
Gary and Pete, when they were at college, used to buy boxes of doggy milk bones.
We actually were
to eat them,
right?
Because they like Triscuit crackers.
And
those were a lot more expensive. They said they taste the same, so they bought those instead of the Triscuit crackers. And ate them.
Like I would do.
But it's true. That's Pete.
It's a piano that I made from wood while I was in teaching. It's a jewelry. And it was at our first anniversary. I gave it to Carol.
You notice how much jewelry is in it.
And you can see it's full of...
Show her the jewelry.
Those are all the jewels I bought her.
Show her the jewelry that you bought her.
But obviously there's been a theft.
It must be somebody in this room.
Somebody in there. Don't anybody leave.
And it's all that I have. Right or wrong, what else can I do? I love him, I'm his, and everything he is, I am too. I am too. There's nothing to be done. Nothing to Not be a thing done. I can do. But hold her forever. Be with her now, tomorrow, and all.
Happy anniversary. Thank you for making me Jenny.
Happy anniversary. Oh, good man. Happy anniversary, Mom and Dad. I wasn't there for the 40 years ago, but I'm glad I got to be here now. Thank you for everything, Stu. Love you.
Any stories?
Any stories? No stories right now.
No
that I can
stories?
think of. No. I've regretted putting that on the invitation ever since I wrote it.
Happy anniversary, Mom and Dad. Congratulations on 40 years of marriage. I'm sure that most of those years were good. I think the last 36 were the best. He's going to argue.
I think the last 33 were the best.
But we feel very blessed to still have our parents together. We love you both very much. Love you guys.
I'm glad you guys raised us to be appreciative of what we have and that we can raise our kids the same way.